Okay, a very good evening to all my students and a very warm welcome to all my audience and my students to the 14th episode of Meet My Diamonds. And today, alongside me, I have Mangalam Kumar Giri, who has secured a very good rank of serial number or rank only we can say rank 23 in CULET 2025. And along with that I would like to mention to my entire audience আমি সবাইকে বলতে চাইবো যে his first preference was Department of Law Hazra campus, and since his serial number or rank is 23, it is very clear to us that in the first phase of counseling itself he will be making it to Department of Law Hazra campus. On that note, a very warm welcome to you, Mangalam Kumar Giri, to the 14th episode of Meet My Diamonds. So, starting off with the self introduction, kindly tell me about your schooling background and your place of stay.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, at first, my schooling background. So, I completed my schooling from Gyan Bharati. I completed till 10th from Gyan Bharati English medium, and then after that, my 11th and 12th from Gyan Bharati Vidyapeeth. And currently, I stay in Dum Dum.
Okay, understood. Moving on to the next question, what motivated you to study law? Why did you choose this profession?
Okay, so during my high school, my stream of study was science. So, at first, I was wondering what options do I have in my stream. So, basically, most of the students go for engineering or medical. I was not really interested in engineering, so I was searching for options apart from that. So law seemed like a good fit. Most of the teachers that I inquired, they advised me that law would be a good option for me. So that's why I got to know about law and I decided to pursue my career in this field.
Okay, a very good answer. Absolutely correct. Studying law itself gives an edge to every member of the society, because when you know the law or how the system works, you feel much more confident. You know what are your rights as a citizen of this country. We have all read about the fundamental rights, the fundamental duties, but when we study law, when we gather a deep sense of knowledge about that field, we really get to know what are our fundamental rights and how we need to protect them. Absolutely correct. Moving on to the next question, Mangalam. Kindly tell me about your family background. By that I mean whether you are the first generation or some of your family members are already in the legal profession.
Yeah, I'm a first generation. My family is not really involved in the legal field.
Okay, so he is from the first generation. He is the first generation would be advocate. Talking about his results once again to my entire audience, he has secured a rank of 23, and his marks obtained, the marks which he has obtained is 67 marks. তো এইখানে আমি সব স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে বলবো যে this time CULT 2025 the question paper was very hard, and from that perspective securing 67 marks itself is a very good marks, okay, and that is why he has made it to a rank of 23. Very good. Moving on to the next question, what were your immediate feelings and the feelings of your family members when you checked your results in the website?
What can I say? I was extremely happy. After I gave the exams, I had a little bit of doubt in my mind if the exam went well or not. So I was a little anxious. I'm not always anxious. Basically, I'm always confident, but this time I was a bit anxious. So before the exam, before the results came, I was very, I was really wondering which college I will make it to. And so in the end, everything went up well. Everyone was happy in my family. I shared my results with my family and my teachers during my school time. Everyone was happy.
Very good, very good. Moving on to the next part of the video, I would like to inform all my students. অনেক স্টুডেন্টসরাই হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ করে যে স্যার what is the exact syllabus for CULT? See, the syllabus can be divided into two parts. Firstly, we have the core syllabus, and along with that there are supporting parts: English, maths, logical reasoning, GK, current affairs, and Indian polity is the main portion of the syllabus. এর বাইরে থেকেও questions do come from history geography. A lot of questions came from history geography this time. However, questions did not come from elementary science, that is physics, chemistry, biology this time. But yeah, we do need to cover everything. We need to apply a holistic approach while covering the entire syllabus. And তার সঙ্গে আমি আরেকটা জিনিসও বলবো, a lot of questions came from antonyms, especially from antonyms from the English portion this time, which I wasn't personally expecting, but yeah, it did come. Moving on to the duration of the exam, it is already known to us that the examination is of 2 hours. There is no negative marking. সব মিলিয়ে 100 খানা question and total marks is 100. So each question will carry 1 marks. Moving on to the next question, Mangalam. What was your take about the question paper? Was the question paper moderate? Was it difficult? And what was your strategy and how did you prepare yourself? Yeah.
Okay, so if you ask me, I would say the paper was a bit moderate this time. Um, Before preparing, I had a few friends who were already in Hazra, some of the seniors. So I talked to them before the exam, and they told me that the paper usually comes easy, but so my expectations were already there. Like the paper will come easy, I can easily solve all the questions. So after I gave the exams, mostly questions from the GK and the polity section, I found it a bit moderate to difficult. And as every student is saying this time that the paper was a bit difficult compared to the paper that comes that came in other years. So my regarding my preparation, I think it helped a lot. Usually in portions like reasoning and mathematics. So those portions were easy, and the problem that most of the students face this time is in the polity section and in the current affairs. Because in the current affairs, it doesn't matter how much you prepare or how much you study, the questions can come from
Absolutely
anywhere.
correct. Questions can come from anywhere under the sun. You cannot really cover the entire syllabus of current affairs, no matter how well you are prepared. যতই ভালো প্রিপারেশনস থাকুক না কেন, ওরমভাবে বলা যায় না যে কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স আমি যেইগুলো করে এসছি অনলি কোয়েশ্চেন্স উইল বি ফ্রেমড ফ্রম দেয়ার। দ্যাট ইজ নেভার পসিবল। ঠিক আছে, অ্যাবসলিউটলি কারেক্ট। Now, moving on to the next question, kindly tell me, did you follow any specific books for the entrance exam? Anything as such?
Okay, so I bought your guidebook first of all. So I bought your guidebook in the month of May. That helped me to understand the syllabus and the marks division. And for subject-wise preparation, I followed different books. Like for reasoning portion, I followed the verbal reasoning book of Arihan, and for mathematics, I followed the IIT book for the basic concepts like the number system. But those concepts are usually a bit advanced and they have nothing to do with CULET and the syllabus that is involved here. So I was usually preparing for those kind of exams before starting a preparation for CULET. So after that, I solved questions from many SSC papers and the questions that come in banking PO. So the questions that come from maths and reasoning in those exams, they will help you a lot if you're preparing for CULET.
Okay. Okay, understood. Absolutely correct. And as you have rightly said, just following one book is not enough. Along with following my book, that is the CULET guidebook, it is recommended that you follow subject specific books as well. For maths, you have already followed a book. For English, students can follow the English. I think we have the Wren and Martin book. Yeah, the Wren and Martin grammar portions. That book itself helps a lot of students. So you can be subject specific, and along with that, you had also followed my CULET guidebook. Absolutely correct.
Yes.
Moving on to the next question, kindly tell us that whether the website was helpful. I was supposed to talk about that as well because this time I had launched my website. The current affairs are there in the website. Was the website helpful? Was it helping you to cover the things in a lucid
Yeah,
manner?
while I was starting a preparation for CULET, the reasoning and maths and English, it was easy to cover all those things. The only thing I was worried about was current affairs. So I was following your free book, and I was also following up some of the magazines. I had bought a magazine and I was following a few YouTube channels, but I was worried that current affairs can come from anywhere, and I had no concise group of questions somewhere. So in your website, I found the 50 most important questions monthly wise. So that helped me. a lot regarding that monthly wise. If you get the questions, it will be easier for you to understand, because many of the magazines, you can find a few magazines in telegram groups for CLAT preparation, and different magazines online. But in most of those magazines, all the topics that are covered there in current affairs, that are not in question and answer wise manner. They are usually in topic wise, in paragraphs. So if you are preparing for a particular exam, it is very difficult to revise those topics just a day before the exam or a week before the exam. So if you have
Absolutely
question and
correct.
answer wise questions for monthly magazines, that will be
Absolutely
very
correct.
helpful.
Yeah. তো এখানে আমি স্টুডেন্টসদেরকে বলবো যারা নতুন স্টুডেন্টস হু ডোন্ট নো অ্যাবাউট মাই ওয়েবসাইট, ইউ ক্যান হ্যাভ অ্যাক্সেস টু কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স ডাইরেক্টলি থ্রু মাই ওয়েবসাইট অ্যান্ড দে আর গিভেন ইন question answer format. Means monthly pdfs are there, and in every month's pdf there are 50 current affairs in question answer format, so that will be very handy if you are preparing for CULET examination. Okay. Moving on to the next question, Mangalam. Kindly tell us whether did you take any proper kind of guidance, tuitions, or you had done self study, and according to you, which one is better, which one is recommended, doing self study or guidance, or it is absolutely up to the student?
Okay. First of all, personally, I would say that I took the guidance regarding the math section. I had a maths tutor who tutored me in my 11th and 12th. So for maths portions, I went to him. He helped me out. And for the other portions like English, reasoning, and polity GK, I prepared everything on my own. So in my case, it was mostly self-study. And for other students, I would say that it mostly depends on the student. So people, if some of the students find themselves weak in a particular section like English or reasoning, so they can take guidance according to their own needs. And if some people think that they can easily solve these questions on their own and they can prepare on their own, then self study is absolutely fine.
Okay. Absolutely correct. So it is absolutely up to the student. If the student is confident, if the student knows the syllabus in and out, what will be the expected questions, how to develop this strategy, then it is absolutely fine to do self study and clear the entrance exam in the first attempt itself. Okay, very good. Moving on to the next question, Mangalam. What will be your tips or your suggestions for those students who will be watching your interview? Because your interview will be watched by the students of CULET 2026. So, what will be your suggestion or tips?
Okay. My suggestions will be that the most important thing for preparation is when you are starting to prepare for the exam, the time of preparation. So if according to your individual needs, if you think that you are already well equipped with the syllabus and the topics, like some people usually have a good command on English and mathematics. So they think that even in a small time span, they can prepare for the exam. And some people find these topics quite difficult and hard. So I would say that for those kinds of people, they should start preparing a few months before. Like if the exam is usually held in August, but this time they took a bit of a delay. So I would say even if you're starting to prepare 4 months before the exam, it is absolutely fine if you study consistently every day. And for people who are already well equipped with all the topics and the syllabus, even if they're preparing for 2 months, I think it is possible to clear the exam with a good rank. Personally, for me, it was 2 months. I started preparing in August and September,
Okay,
and
okay,
then I gave the exam in October.
okay. So Mangalam এটাই বলছে যে it is absolutely up to the student to decide when to start off your preparation. For him it was 2 months, but according to me, আমার recommendation এটাই হবে যে 4 months to 6 months is a kind of time you should give, so that you are able to complete the entire syllabus in a holistic manner. মানে ইংলিশ থেকে শুরু করে, ম্যাথস থেকে শুরু করে, লজিক্যাল রিজনিং থেকে শুরু করে সব কিছু ভালো করে কভার করার জন্য generally it takes 4 to 6 months, but for Mangalam 2 months was enough. Very good to see that. ব্যাস এরমভাবেই এগোতে হবে. And moving on to the next question, kindly tell us what were the newspapers, were you following any newspapers as such, Mangalam?
Um, I wasn't really following a particular newspaper. Newspapers are usually followed for covering the current affairs portion. So for current affairs, I was following some of the magazines that you can find in Telegram groups. So along with my CULET preparation, I also joined a few groups for CLAT preparation. So I got my hands on different materials regarding current affairs, and then I was following some of the YouTube channels. If you want me to say the names, then there was a channel called Giri. They provide current affairs daily. They will make a 30-minute video, so that can be helpful to different students. You can watch it in a fast forwarded manner. You can cover the current affairs daily for every month from there. And if you want to buy magazines, I think you can get some magazines from the Hindu. They have a subscription. So those who are preparing for CLAT, it will be helpful for them. I wasn't
Okay.
specifically preparing for CLAT, so I wasn't focused on all those magazines. So I used the magazines that I
Absolutely.
could find easily in online mode from different websites.
Absolutely
And of
fine.
course, your website helped a lot just
Okay.
before the exam.
থ্যাঙ্কস অ্যালট, থ্যাঙ্কস অ্যালট। সো মোটামুটি আমার ইন্টারভিউটা আমি এখানেই শেষ করব। আমি বিশ্বাস করছি যে যারা যারা এই ইন্টারভিউটা দেখলো, especially the students of CULET 2026, the whatever insights he has shared, whatever experience he has shared, the way he has prepared for the last 2 to 3 months, আমার বিশ্বাস যে প্রত্যেকটা স্টুডেন্ট খুবই বেনিফিটেড হবে, প্রত্যেকটা স্টুডেন্ট এই ইন্টারভিউটা খুব ভালো করে ফলো করবে, স্পেশালি যেই স্টুডেন্টগুলো CULET 2026 দেবে। অ্যান্ড definitely your interview will be helping the students who will be sitting for CULET 2026 এর বাইরে talking about my CULET 2026 batch, many students will be watching the interview. The next batch for CULET 2026 will be starting from December 2025, and then we will be having our classes accordingly. Our CULET 2026 again will be conducted in the month of August, just like it is conducted every year. প্রতি বছর অগস্টে এন্ট্রান্স এক্সামটা হয়। With that, Mangalam, thanks a lot for joining the interview session and sharing your thoughts, sharing your experience with all the students who will be appearing for CULET 2026. Thank you. ঠিক আছে?
Thank you, sir. It was my pleasure.